Hi friends, I'm Titi Isang and you're welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be teaching my clueless millennial sister how to do her makeup. So welcome to Makeup 101. So we are going to start with the brows. I personally think that brows are maybe the hardest thing to learn, but once you get it down, 1, 2, 3, you're done. Let's start. So pick up your brow pencil. I don't even know what that is. Woo! By the way, we went shopping for all the things that she's using right now. She did not have nothing. We had to start from the scratch.
For your correction, I had. She claims it's expired, so
maybe she'll post that part on her channel, shopping and all that. You guys see all the details of what we got. Back to the brows. How do I start to even teach? I don't know. I'm a terrible teacher. I hope we don't fight after this. You always need a smaller mirror. So I'm just using this, my palette, and she's using her child's mirror. The key to brows is not like following exactly someone else's own. It's just kind of following the natural line of your own brows. Step 1, brush your brows just like to the side, not up or down, just to the side like that. I think it will help you see like what the natural shape of your brow is. And then take your pencil, because yours is new, it might be a bit flat, so I suggest that you use, like, don't use it like you would write a pencil, kind of use it at the corners, like the edges, like that. Does that make sense? Are you sure?
it makes it, but it's been so long I did my makeup, like maybe over 3 years now.
Okay, so you will just follow the natural shape of your brow. So draw under, like right under where your brow starts, and maybe start. She has already started. I was going to say maybe don't start from like the right way it starts. Just
boy.
So that it flows naturally. The brow starts here, but I'll just start like right here, and then you can fill that front in later so that it's not too thick and like just a block. Okay, so we've done the down.
You people cannot see this nonsense I just did.
Okay, maybe let me zoom them in for the brow part. Okay, so see, the thing is, you didn't really follow the shape of the brow. You just started there and then you kept going. So see how at the top it kind of arcs a little bit. So when you're coming to this side, you also follow it and go up and down like that. I think you did it. Did you do it? Are you done?
I think so.
Okay, let's see. Okay. Yeah, I would just draw a tiny bit like a line
Outside.
Yeah, just one, not too far down, just tiny. That's enough.
You didn't even show it.
No, it's good. We want everyday look for you. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing on the top. With the top, you know how at the bottom we started like a little further away from the beginning? I like to start even further away. So let's say we started here at the bottom. Here I'll just start like almost where my arc begins. So just same thing you did at the bottom. Let me not complicate it. Don't start in the beginning, just start in between and then draw it where your natural shape is. Yeah, it looks like something. Right, so far so good, so far so good. Now just look at the brow. Is there anywhere that's looking scanty? If there is, you can just draw like strokes there, 1, 2, like that. If it's not, then you just leave it as it is. If that's how your brow is, don't go and draw yourself a new eyebrow and be looking like somebody else, like a demon. Now what's she doing? Okay, so are you done with your brow?
Yeah, with the one side.
Okay, then just brush it up to then see if it actually looks good in real life after the drawing. Just slightly. like lightly, so that you're not brushing away the product. And if it's like, if there's hairs missing somewhere, once you brush it like that, then you can now fill in those hairs. But if not, then you're good. So it looks like Idima is filling in a few hairs lightly. Lightly she's doing. She's doing lightly.
Lightly now.
Lightly. Alright. We're getting there. So we're going to do the other side and we'll be back. If not, we'll be here for 10 hours. Okay? Oh, I forgot to add that, you know how that front part, we didn't start from the front. If your own is looking like something is missing there, then you can just very lightly, like the lightest possible, just draw the line there to join the rest. Very lightly, because most people, their natural brows, it's lighter in the beginning and then it kind of fills up at the end. So if you need to kind of join that line, just make sure you're doing it very, very lightly, like very even there. All right, so this is the part where you have the opportunity to clean up some mistakes that you may or may not have made. And then you, okay, Dima doesn't need to clean up any mistakes, so that's great. But also it will help you like bring out the brows more, make the brows pop, so that when you do the rest of the face, the brows are not now dead. So I am going to take a flat brush. Let me show you my brush that I use. So just this flat brush. You can use one that's also similarly flat and but maybe also angled. It will help with the precision, but just kind of make sure it's flat. So some people may want to use a shade of foundation or concealer that's lighter than them to clean up the brows. To be on the safer side, Idima is using her foundation shade. I'm using a shade that is like slightly lighter than me, just a tiny bit. Yeah, that's good. I'm going to also take some off mine. You're going to do just like you drew them. So you see how when you drew it, you started right underneath your brow. Now you're starting right underneath where you drew the brows. So like this. If you are like worried that you're going to clean the brow, you can start a little lower and then kind of push it up slightly as you go along. What's going on over there? What happened? You can't see.
The beginning part.
Oh, you cleaned it off.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what I did there.
Yeah, just go ahead with the other parts. Maybe we'll come back to that later. I said you should do it down. Why is she doing up? I said step by step.
Oh. I've seen beautiful before, but this one.
Okay, so Idima went ahead of the class. I told her to just do the down. She did up. So now we're going to blend it out. I don't do the top of my brows because I don't like to.
Try.
That's what I was gonna say. Also because I think the top of my brow is already just somehow magically lighter than the rest of my face. I don't know why, so I don't like to make it any lighter than it already is. But if you have normal tone, even tone skin, then you can do the top just to brighten it. I personally not a fan. So anyways, we're going to blend it all in now
with the same brush.
Yes, I use the same brush since it's small and, you know, tiny enough. So I just kind of pull it down, pull the excess part down into the part like towards my eyelid.
So
the same thing, you would just do it up. And also why I like to use a shade that is very similar to mine, because then it's easy to blend in, especially when you're starting off. Blending is always like takes a lot of time, technique, blah blah blah. But if it's the same as your foundation, then it's not too much work to blend. And if it doesn't blend properly, then you're putting foundation anyways. I feel like I'm talking a lot, but hopefully it's helpful. So on to the next thing. Eyeshadow is the next thing. You guys will see that again, my tones are not the same, so my lids are a bit dark, so sometimes I will put a bit more of that foundation that I used to clean up my eyebrows on my eyelid, so that it makes my base brighter. Do you get? So that the eyeshadow can actually show when I put it on. So that's a good tip. Edema doesn't have that issue, so let me just do that quickly. Just put some quick foundation on my.
I want to prime my face, guys.
No, we're not doing that yet. Over Savit student. I forgot to prime my face. That day to prime your face. And if you do this before you put your eyeshadow, just put a little powder to set it. Okay, quick. Moving on. And me, I'm not an eyeshadow professional, so I'm going to show you the tips and tricks of a novice. Fluffy brush like this, and this is the brush you use for everything. That's the secret. You're going to take the darkest shade, the dark brown. Take it lightly because you are light skinned. I am dark skinned, so I'm going to be a little more heavy handed than you. You just like dab it tiny. She has done like 50. Now dust it off. Do like this. Dust it off. You dusted follow. I think you were a bit too aggressive with your tapping. So just rub. And then we're going to start on the outer side of our eye because we want that side to be darker. So just kind of tap it on there and then blend it in. So tap to get like that side dark, but then blend it in so that it actually gets to the rest of the eye, but the outer corner is just the darkest corner. And we're trying to get it like kind of to the top towards your brow. You're blending it not all the way up, but just towards there. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I'll get you to just blend the top like this. Do the circle, small circles. Your circles are becoming big. So just be blending it like that, just so that it transitions nicely. Good enough. Then you're just going to take the shimmer. Use your hand, your finger, any finger that is good enough to get in here. Just tap it.
Shimmer is glitter.
Okay, subtitles. And tap it onto like this part of your eye, this inner side, and into the middle, but not the outer side. Like, yeah. She can't even. And you can just tap on as much as you need, as much as you think you need. Pro tip: if your eyeshadow is not very pigmented, that is not quick to shout, you can put some, again, concealer or foundation, and then put the eyeshadow on there while it's wet so that it will stick on there.
Look, guys, beautiful.
Okay, so again, a very neutral thing. Look, show them the other side so they see the difference, because they might not be seeing. Okay, and then we're just going to go in with that brush again. Let me see. Yeah, that's good. We're going to go in with that brush and we're going to blend, but don't blend the actual glitter, just kind of at that top there again where it transitions. Like, you see how your eye is curving, this place that your eye curves. Yes, that's when you just blend so that everything will blend together. Okay.
Woo! Check me out.
Now do the same thing on the other eye. Let's see if she knows what she's doing. Whew, I think that's the hardest part we have done. Now we're on to, I got the hardest part. Woo! Lift your eyes, lift your cheekbones, kind of. So that's why I put it.